I am craving a good breakfast sausage. Now I can go to the store and buy some, or I can make it myself. Let's make it. Stay tuned. All right, so I'm starting with 17 pounds of pork shoulder, and I paid $2.29 a pound. Now, I did go to the store and I checked the price of these sausages, the packaged sausage from Jimmy Dean. It's $5.99 for 1 pound. So this is less than half of that price. So this is definitely a much better option. Now, making breakfast sausage is really easy, and we're gonna keep this super simple. So I'm just gonna take these pork shoulders out of the package. Now I did toss these pork shoulders into my freezer for a good hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours, and they are partially frozen. So anytime that you're making any type of sausage, you want your meat as cold as possible, and partially frozen is definitely acceptable. So I purchased these pork shoulders at my local Costco, and these are boneless pork shoulders, and again, that's a heck of a price. I remember back in the day when pork shoulders used to be 99 cents a pound, but not anymore. But I gotta tell you, $2.29 for a boneless pork shoulder, it's not a bad price. So I'm using my Dow Strong bullnose knife, and it makes quick work of cutting up this pork shoulder. So all I wanna do at this point is cut the pork shoulder small enough to fit down the throat of my grinder, and I am not trimming off any of the fat. Pork shoulders are naturally about 70-30%, meaning 70% lean, 30% fat. So you don't have to trim any of the fat whatsoever. All right, so I'm gonna cut up the rest of this pork shoulder, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so I've got my meat all cubed up. I've got my grinder set up. A couple of things that I wanna talk to you guys about. When you're assembling your grinder pieces, spray it down with a little bit of oil. That way you don't have metal to metal contact on the initial startup. Now the other tip that I want to give you guys is when you're tightening the nut to your grinder, do not sit there and over tighten it. All I do is wait for the nut to seat like that, and I back it up about 1/4 of an inch. It's nice and loose, and that is perfect. Now sometimes you'll get some black residue that'll come out of your grinder head right here, and a lot of people think that's grease. Trust me, there is no grease in this head unit whatsoever. What that is metal to metal contact that's creating that color. That means your grinder pieces are getting too hot, maybe your meat is not cold enough, and that's causing that black residue to come out of the tip. So that's why I spray my grinder units down with a little bit of spray oil. You can use vegetable oil, olive oil, avocado oil, just a little bit so you don't have that metal to metal contact on the initial startup. The other thing is invest in a foot pedal to operate your grinder. As you can tell, my grinder is on right now. I do have it attached to my foot pedal, and I'm 100% in control of turning on this grinder. That's going to eliminate the grinder from running dry and creating that black residue that we talked about. All right, here we go. And by the way, I'm using my 4.5 millimeter die to grind up this pork. All right, so I've got our pork all ground up, looking mighty fine. Now it's time to add our spices. So I'm starting with 1.4% kosher salt, 0.5% 16 mesh black pepper, 0.4% garlic powder, 0.4% onion powder. I'm adding 1.2% non-fat dry milk powder. This is available at PS Seasoning. Now what the milk powder is going to do is it's going to give us a nice bind on our sausage. That way when you cook it, it's not going to break apart on you. So the #1 ingredient in my breakfast sausage recipe is rub sage, and I'm using 0.6% of the total weight of the meat. I'm using 0.25% of thyme or thyme, 0.25% fennel seed, 0.25% coriander, and just in case you guys didn't know, coriander is cilantro seed. And last but not least, I'm using 0.6% of a red pepper flake. Now, if you want it nice and spicy, add 1%. I'm going with 0.6%. I'm also using 10% of the total weight of water. All right, at this point, time to get dirty. Give this a really good mix. Man, let me tell you, this smells like amazing breakfast sausage already. Now, you don't want your breakfast sausage super emulsified, okay? Just mix it until all of your spices are evenly distributed, and that should be perfect. All right, so at this point, you can grab some of this pork, fry up a patty, and give it a taste. Make sure your spices are good. If you want more red pepper flake, well, you want to add that before you stuff the casings. Now, I've already made this recipe before, and I like it right where it's at, but you can definitely adjust it to your liking. All right, so I've got my 25-pound stuffing canister for meat as well. I'm going to load up my sausage mixture, pack it in there really nice and tight, remove any air pockets. Pretty simple process so far, right? And trust me when I say this breakfast sausage is 1,000 times better than that Jimmy Dean hot sausage that you're buying at the grocery store. I'm using the largest stuffing tube that I have, and I believe this is about 1.5 inches, maybe even 2 inches. All right, so in this next step, we're gonna case up our breakfast sausage. Now, if you have the plastic casings, you can definitely use that. I don't have any. All I have is these fibrous casings from PS Seasoning. You can use these along with the mahogany colored ones as well. They're gonna work perfectly fine. Now, these fibrous casings are not edible. You don't need to pre-soak them or anything. And start stuffing, here we go. Nice and tight. Look at that. You don't want to overstuff these. And what I like to do is once you get to the end, pack it in there, grab the end of this casing and twist it like a Tootsie Roll, just like that. Grab some butcher's twine and tie a simple overhand knot a couple of times and tie it really nice and tight, just like that. And there's your sausage roll. Let me do one more for you guys. All right, here we go. Pack it in there really nice and tight, just like that. Give it a nice twist. Get it really nice and tight there. And make that double overhand knot. Just like that. So I'm going to stuff the rest of these casings. I'm going to toss these in the freezer, let them get nice and frozen, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, and just like that, our breakfast sausage is completely frozen. Now you can take it right out of the freezer and start slicing it. It's a little difficult, or you can take it out a couple of hours before you're going to cook it, let it soften a bit. That makes it a little bit easier to slice. So I just took this right out of the freezer. It's completely frozen. I'm going to be using one of my brisket slicing knives to show you that it can be done. It's a little difficult, but it can be done. So I'm going to take the tip off right here. Look at that, nice and sharp. Don't toss that away. You can definitely cook that. But check that out. Does that look delicious or what? So at this point, I like to cut some nice thick patties, okay? Again, I'm using a brisket slicing knife, and this is 100% frozen, and it's not that difficult to slice. Look at that, nice thick patties. So there's one ingredient that I didn't add to my breakfast sausage that you can add, and that's sugar. You can either use sugar or brown sugar. You can add some maple syrup to it, but I'm trying to stay away from sugar, so I did not add any sugar whatsoever. Remember, you're in full control of your breakfast sausage. All right, that looks good right there. So next, we got to remove the casing. So just slice the edge a little bit, just like that, and peel that casing right off, just like that. Do one more for you guys. Slice that edge and peel that casing right off. All right, so I've got my hot plate set up here. Let's fry up some of this breakfast sausage. All right, let's give our breakfast sausage a flipperooski. Look at that. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Absolutely beautiful. I gotta tell you, the aroma that's coming off of this sausage is absolutely amazing. Can't forget the little pitmaster snack right there. Now the internal temperature of your breakfast sausage should be at least 145 degrees Honestly, I like to take mine to about 160 degrees. So I'm gonna let that sausage continue to cook, and I'm gonna make myself a nice breakfast plate, including some freshly baked sourdough toast. Look at this. This breakfast is going to be amazing. And just in case you guys didn't know, Dale Strong makes some amazing bread slicing knives. All right, so let's plate up our breakfast. Starting with some fried eggs. Now this is my typical breakfast. This is a breakfast that I was raised with as a young child. Gotta have your grits. So let me know in the comments section if you guys like grits. I've been eating grits since the day I was born. Followed by the star of the show, our homemade, simple breakfast sausage. Look at that. And of course you can't forget your sourdough toast. Let's dig into this. All right, let's dig into this breakfast plate. Look at that. Does that look delicious or what? And of course, I always eat with a spoon. That's something that my grandfather taught me, again, at a very young age. Acts like a shovel. So I'm gonna get some eggs. Nice big piece of sausage. Look at that. Try to get it all on one spoon. All right, monster bite time. Here we go. Man, I gotta tell you, this breakfast right here is fit for a king. But check out this sausage. It's got a little bit of kick, nothing too heavy, but man, it is delicious. So all of the spices that I added to my breakfast sausage have a purpose, and I gotta tell you, you can taste every single spice that I added. Get some of this toast. Wash that breakfast down with some nice hot coffee. By the way, Tyler, thank you very much for the coffee mug all the way from Korea. So I'm gonna end this breakfast sausage video right here because I got an amazing breakfast plate waiting for me. Again, this is a very simple and delicious breakfast sausage recipe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If this is your first time to my channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Until next time, Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit BBQ. See ya.